Hi, I'm Linda, and this is episode 18 of my experiences dating as a senior. SP didn't find me on the dating site. Instead, he contacted me through my Facebook page, where I have a posting for a spiritual meetup group I was trying to start. He was the only one to respond. Right off, he said he was not looking for a relationship. His wife had died a few months back, and he was relatively new to the area regarding living here, though his daughter had moved here a few years ago. He just wanted to meet new people and make new friends, as he had left most of the old friends in the south of England. I was fine with him just being a friend, because he was older than what I was looking for. He was interested in finding out more about spiritual stuff, so we talked on the phone a bit. He had a lovely, soothing voice. Soon we met up for coffee. He didn't care for coffee dates, but it was a place to start. We connected at a coffee shop in town. As soon as I saw him, I thought he was very handsome. 6'5" tall, not too overweight, a lot of his hair left, and a kind face with glasses. I enjoyed chatting with him and found him rather attractive. He talked about being interested in doing massages. I give a pretty good massage. It was how we got each other into bed in my youth. I thought it might be nice to be touched, even if it didn't lead to anything. It was something both of us were missing. Because he just wanted to be friends, we never actually dated. Though he lived 30 miles from me, he lived just around the corner from his daughter, who came over to his house at any time and had keys. He did not want her to run into me, nor I run into her. Therefore, as he put it, I would be hosting the massage event. SP brought over his massage table and set it up in my living room. I gave him a massage first. He wanted to get completely naked, but I said for him to keep his shorts on. We chatted a bit during the process of doing his back and limbs. I was impressed that he took the time to research me and saw some of my videos, which he found amusing. Then we reciprocated, and I got down to my panties. I would not normally get so intimate with a stranger like that. However, when I considered that if I were to hire a masseuse, and I would be okay with a man, then I would be getting pretty personal with that person. He did try to push the boundaries regarding touching me. I found it a little annoying that he spent too much time fondling my inner thigh while rubbing my back. He was okay at giving a massage, but it was more of a ruse to get naked, which I figured out before he came over. I did miss being touched, but the act didn't do what I wanted because there was no real empathy for me. I think he just liked going through the motions. He came over a few times. We did the massage thing and watched a video, and I made him dinner one night. He stayed the night twice, and we fooled around more. We enjoyed a breakfast out afterwards once. He wanted to get more physically intimate, but I had to draw the line. If I'm developing a relationship with a man, then I give it my all. Outside of the parameters of a relationship, too much intimacy may cause me to get emotionally attached. It is difficult as to where to draw the line in a just friends situation. Seemed he wanted all the benefits of a relationship without any of the responsibility. It wasn't going to happen. We had a nice outing driving around the coast and then through the Lake District. We had a nice lunch at a pub and then drove around Scotland for a bit. He had a very nice Jaguar sedan, and I got to see some very nice views. That was the last time I spent much time with him. He was going on a trip soon and asked if he could come over the night before at 11 p.m. and just to stay for 2 hours. I knew what he wanted. Had we been in a relationship, I would have been fine with that. As that was not the case, I had no interest with it being that late. After his trip, we had an afternoon at the horse races. He couldn't stay longer because he had a pub quiz to go to. He said he was going to be very busy for the next few weeks and would contact me in a week or two. That is the most classic line when a man is blowing you off permanently. It was not a surprise to realize I had less value than a pub quiz. We exchanged messages once 2 weeks later. Though he said I was a good friend, he made me feel like a disposable friend, as I haven't heard from him since. I was attracted to him enough that I could have fallen in love with him. He was trying to keep so busy he would never have to feel anything again. I wasn't even on his priority list. I know he never told anyone about me. It made me feel I was his dirty little secret. I was then glad we had not actually consummated our friendship. I came to realize some things that were kind of important. With him being so tall, it was almost impossible to sneak or initiate a kiss because his lips were too far away. With his body being so large, it was hard to straddle him for a massage or anything else. His age meant he would be 80 years old in just 4 years. His health had been compromised by a heart attack, so he was on blood thinners and couldn't really have proper sex. And his ankles were badly bruised and would not heal due to an operation regarding his heart. I had to wonder how long it would be before he needed walking aids that would lead to a wheelchair. Though I found him quite attractive, I didn't want to get sucked into a relationship that would make me his carer much sooner than later. SP was hard to walk away from as I really enjoyed his company and him being so handsome. I knew he was a heartbreaker the moment I saw him. He claimed he had never actually gone out on his wife, but he did have other relationships that got physical enough to the degree that I would have objected if I had been her. I think if I had made more of an effort to be with him, I could have had a few more experiences with him. But I was getting too attached to him as I had nothing else going on at the time. Sometimes I have to force myself to move on. I keep in mind that everything is constantly changing, so I count on it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe.